Humans are social creatures. We learn by observing those around us. Whatever habits and disciplines come into our lives are the gift of this society. When we were young, we learned to walk, sit, and speak by observing the people around us. We need family and friends to live a fulfilling life. We need the support of family and friends to share our sorrows and troubles. No person ever wants to live alone, but sometimes, due to circumstances, a person has to live alone and considers it a great sorrow and burden. While loneliness can be a burden, it can also be an opportunity for personal growth. In today's video, we will explore how solitude can change the way we live and what are the benefits of being alone. Once upon a time, a Buddhist monk reached a town while traveling. Everyone was ready to serve the monk, but the monk refused to take shelter in anyone's house and said that he would rest under a tree outside the town as he wanted to sit alone for some time. Everyone followed the monk's orders and left. After the people left, the monk closed his eyes and started meditating. As soon as he closed his eyes, he heard someone crying. The monk immediately opened his eyes and looked around. He saw a man sitting at some distance from him and crying loudly. Monk immediately reached him and tried to know the reason for his suffering. The man said that his parents had died in his childhood. He never had any friends, and no one has wanted to befriend him since childhood. He felt very lonely. Even his wife never respected him and threw him out of his own house. He does not want to be alone in life, but in every situation, everyone leaves him. He is sad because of his loneliness. The monk listened carefully to the man's words and said, "Was there anyone with you when you were born?" The man replied, "No." Then monk asked again, "When you leave this earth, will anyone go with you?" The man again shook his head and said, "No." Monk said, "Then why do you expect that someone will stay with you? When our happiness hinges on the actions of others, discontent is inevitable. Instead, relinquish expectations from others and turn to yourself. If you are with yourself, you can never be alone. Learn to be happy alone and enjoy your own company." The man asked, "How can one obtain peace and happiness in solitude? Please let me know this wisdom so that I can also be happy." Listening to this, the monk said, "Well, if you are really so eager to know about it, then fine, I will tell you." Monk started by saying, "Solitude has long been associated with a negative perspective, and people often try to avoid it, but the fact is that there are many advantages to being alone. The first benefit of spending time alone is that it can increase your efficiency. People who spend most of their time alone tend to be more efficient in their work. This is because being alone allows them to focus their minds better, enabling them to work with greater concentration and in less time. When we are around people, our energies can become scattered. However, when we spend time alone, our energies start to accumulate in one place, and people who spend most of their time alone are more concentrated and focused. The second benefit of being alone is that it sparks ideas and creativity in us. When you are alone, many new ideas come to your mind. It is the cause why Einstein, Newton, and other scientists were able to invent things, due to the power of being alone. That's why autistic people, who often possess creative abilities, tend to prefer being alone. Being alone gives your brain a chance to wander in the sky of endless imaginations, which can give new dimensions to your thoughts and help you do many new things. Therefore, if you want to achieve something in your life, you must spend some time in solitude. The third benefit of solitude is that individuals who spend time alone tend to be fast learners. People who live alone have a higher concentration level and spend more time exploring things or reading books, which makes their brain more capable of absorbing knowledge. As a result, they learn quickly in comparison to others. Therefore, students or people who are involved in more mental work should try to spend some time alone every day. The fourth advantage of solitude is that those who spend time alone are happier than others. It is said that happiness always comes from within. One who cannot be happy alone cannot be happy even in the midst of thousands of people. Those who spend time alone learn to be happy within themselves. They feel complete in themselves and consider themselves their best friends. Once you become friends with yourself, you can always be cheerful within. Then you don't have to go out looking for happiness, but wherever you go, you will feel pleased. The fifth benefit of spending time alone is that it helps to develop good listening skills and earn respect in society. Extroverted individuals tend to be impatient and often interrupt others while speaking, making them come across as talkative and disrespectful. However, those who spend time alone tend to develop patience and actively listen to others. They patiently wait for others to finish speaking before they respond and take time to think before they speak. As a result, people tend to be impressed by their thoughtful responses, and they can earn respect and admiration in society. The sixth benefit of spending time in silence and solitude is that it can improve your relationships. Though it may seem counterintuitive, being alone can actually help increase your empathy and ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Solitude can help you gain an appreciation for the people in your life and give you the necessary space to reflect on any issues in your relationships. Additionally, it helps you identify your own behaviors and habits, which can ultimately lead to improving your relationships. The seventh benefit of solitude and silence is that they can improve your brain and mental health. Being alone and quiet is great for your brain health, as it helps to calm your mind and make you feel peaceful. This, in turn, causes your brain to produce less cortisol, a stress hormone, and more dopamine and serotonin, happiness hormones. As a result, you start to feel happier than before. The eighth benefit of being alone is that it helps with meditation and increases self-awareness. We all know how important it is to practice meditation for a relaxed and peaceful life in today's hectic world. However, meditation is not easy for everyone. It requires sitting alone for long periods of time, concentration, patience, and discipline. These qualities come naturally to people who are familiar with spending time alone. Therefore, those who spend time in solitude can easily practice meditation. When you spend some time alone with yourself in silence, you strip away all the public masks and societal rules that you have to follow. This allows you to be your true self and recognize who you really are. You can access deeper knowledge about yourself and become comfortable with your own identity. As a result, your self-awareness will increase, and you will become more mindful. Upon hearing these words, the man's face illuminated with gratitude, and his eyes glimmered with newfound understanding. He realized that solitude is not a curse to lament but a blessing that allows us to delve deeper into ourselves and develop. He now comprehended that he does not require anyone's companionship to attain happiness. One can achieve success and contentment even while alone. Thank you for joining me on this insightful journey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more wisdom-filled content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an enlightening story.